If you want to set up a golf simulator, you probably already know that manufacturers recommend that you have a 10-foot or at the very least a 9-foot ceiling height for you to be able to do a full swing. The problem with this is that most residential spaces in the United States, Canada, the UK, and probably the rest of the world have a ceiling height of 8 feet or 2.4 meters. I was faced with this problem myself before I decided to build my own simulator because all of my ceilings are also 8 feet high. Long story short, I have been playing golf in my own simulator for the past 2.5 years now, and I actually have had it in 2 separate garages, both of which have an 8-foot ceiling height, and in this video I will be going over my entire thought process from beginning to end to show you how I worked around this problem so you can decide for yourself if you can do the same. The idea of playing golf any time of day, any time of year, in the comfort of your own home, while also saving a ton of money by not having to drive to a commercial simulator is a pretty incredible proposition, and if you're like me, you are not about to let a low ceiling height stop you from doing what you love. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying that an 8-foot ceiling is ideal by any means, but for most people, building a new garage or buying a new home is not something that is worth doing just to be able to play golf at home. Having said that, let's jump right into how to optimize a low ceiling condition for your golf simulator. For comparison, my height is 5 foot 10 inches, and the average height of an American male is 5 foot 9 inches or 175.3 centimeters, so I am a pretty good comparison for most people. However, if you are significantly taller than me, then you can obviously expect to have more issues with a lower ceiling than I do. Also, the club that I'm using in this video is 74 inches long from the top of the shaft to the bottom of the club head. One thing that's really important to understand for you to be more comfortable with a lower ceiling is that your swing, especially for a driver, is not perpendicular to the ceiling. Your swing path is around your spine, so even if you do hit the ceiling, it will be with a lot less force than you would expect, which is why when it happens, you don't actually cause much damage to the club or the ceiling. Before I decided to remove all the sheetrock above the area where I swing, this is what the impacts used to look like. I highly recommend that you remove the sheetrock where you swing because it will give you an extra 4 inches or more of ceiling height, which is very helpful. Depending on the structure of your house, the floor joist or trusses that make up your ceiling are likely to be spaced at 12 inches, 16 inches, or 24 inches apart. In my case, the trusses are 24 inches apart, which is the best case scenario because that gives me the most room to work with. For you to be able to swing the club between the trusses, it's crucial that you place your hitting mat in the right spot. If you place it too close to one of your trusses, then you will end up hitting it far more often than you should. This is the most important step to getting the most out of your space. Finally, if you have a low ceiling and what I discussed so far would not be enough for you, you also have the option of modifying the ceiling to make it higher. If you have trusses for a ceiling, one thing you could do is hire a professional engineer and contractor to convert some of your trusses to scissor trusses, which will increase your ceiling height even more. If you have another floor above your ceiling, then you could potentially reinforce and modify the floor system to remove the floor joist to give you that extra bit of ceiling height. If you decide to go this route, be sure to speak to a qualified contractor and engineer to avoid compromising the structural integrity of your house. Depending on where you live, doing something like this will most likely require a permit from your local building department. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching and being a supporter of the channel. If you like this content, it would really mean a lot if you would hit the like button and subscribe to the channel because I have tons more videos like this to make and your support means the world to me. But before you go, I hope you check out this video next.